You call the sun to rise. You lay it down to rest. Hey, Andrea. How are you, honey? I have Telegram like beeping like crazy. How is everybody? Oh my goodness gracious. So we're going to hear some beeping. Sorry. How is everybody doing? Hopefully everybody can see and hear. So we will see if you are here. Hey! Oh, you were? Oh, I am so sorry. All right, you go do what you gotta do. I'm sorry, I'm popping on because I'm actually on vacation, and this was the first moment I've had to actually do a scope. So love you too. We will talk. So how is everybody? What is going on? Hello. We are just gonna tweet this out and see. I hope that people are doing well. I hope that everybody is doing great. Hi. Hello, everybody. Hello. Okay. What is going on? Happy Tuesday. Hello. Everybody, it's probably going to be one of those, not going to be here. Hello. It's going to be one of those kinds of scopes where I'm just going to kind of get in, say what I had to say, and not have to worry about it. So I hope that everybody is doing well. I hope that everybody is enjoying this time. We're still in a place of preparation. We are still definitely doing some stuff and getting some things done. Trying to see what God is doing. There's such a big resetting that's happening, but I wanted to share a story with everybody. So I know a lot of people aren't on right now, but that's okay. We're just gonna kind of go through and see what happens. So I'm hoping that people can see and hear. So I think we are good to go. For those of you who are following me tomorrow morning, I have the very awesome Emma Stark, who has written a book called The Prophetic Warrior. So excited to have her on. It's going to be so much fun. And just trying to get myself ready for that, and just excited about what God is doing. He is just doing so many cool things. So anyway, just trying to get everybody. My goodness gracious, we have so many people on Telegram. Just go ahead and got lots and lots of tweeting. On my family. So anyway, I'm just gonna kind of get into this because I know everybody else has stuff to do, and so I just figured I would just go ahead and get this out. So if you want to join me tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock, I have Emma Stark coming on Text by Prayer. We're doing a special date, special time, because she's going to be in from actually calling in from Glasgow. Yes, from Scotland. So that's going to be super fun. I'm excited about that. Anyway, I just wanted to quickly kind of get on, and I'd like to share a testimony, because there God, I always believe, is he always does incredible things, especially, he knows our heart's desire, and he always wants to do something, and he wants to go above and beyond all we can ask, think, or imagine. And there are so many times that we've been praying for our families, and we've been saying, Lord, I hope that I can witness to them. I hope that I can help them. I hope that I can show them. And I wish that they could start to hear you. And sometimes we're like, oh, Lord, I'm just trying to get some clarity, and I really want them to just get to know you, and I want them to understand your heart and who you are and why I follow you. And sometimes it could seem like, oh my goodness, how am I ever going to witness? But you know what? God knows our heart. He knows who we are, and he knows how much we love our family. He knows that more than anybody. And so what happened is, I'm actually here visiting my family, and as I'm with my family, I'm trying to be and trying to minister to some of their brokenness. But sometimes, it's hard. Jesus said it was that a prophet isn't welcome in his own house. And so we can sometimes say, I just need that breakthrough, but God knows our heart. So here I am with my family, trying to minister, especially to my sister, whom I love very much. And in her brokenness, I've tried to minister to her. Hey, Roxanne, I've tried to minister to her. I'm trying to just to be there for her and to show her, just everything that I can. And God's like, Lisa, I have this. I have this. And we can say, well, Lord, how do you have this? How can I show her who you are? And he knows exactly what to do. And so he sent friend to come and spend some time with me too. And so he sent this wonderful friend of mine who was able to come in and to come and assist me, come alongside me, so that I could actually minister to my sister. And so this has been this like, okay, all right, Lisa, we're gonna, you're gonna do this. Okay, fine, whatever. So, but God in his wisdom, God in his goodness, he starts to say, you know what, Lisa, I have this. I have this for you. I have all this planned out for you. And I am going to do exactly what I'm supposed to do. Hey, Kathy. And so when we got back, we stayed at a hotel. When we got back to the hotel, the Lord started to talk to me, and he started to say to me, okay, we're going to do this. But it's like, how do we do this? How do we go about doing this? And the Lord is like, well, I got this. You don't even have to worry about that. He has this. And I thought, well, Lord, how do you have this? Up. And you know what happened is, as he showed up, he started just to unpack some stuff for her. And I was like, whoa, Lord, how the heck? How are you going to do this? But God knew exactly what he needed to do. And so what happened is, we started to minister to my sister, and all the lies that she had up in her head, all the things that the enemy had tried to tell her and show her. There was a lot of anger. There was a lot of anger. I'm just saying. It's one thing when you're ministering to a stranger, but when you're actually ministering to a family member, somebody who you love, it's really kind of hard to see and to say, okay, Lord, I believe you and I trust you, but how is this going to work? And so what he started to do is he started to just unpack each and every lie that she believed in. But what was so beautiful is it wasn't me. It wasn't me who was saying that's a lie. It wasn't me who was saying you're not believing the right thing. It wasn't me who was pointing a finger. It wasn't me who was saying you can't hear or you're not hearing. No, no, no. It was literally Jesus. Because as I prayed for her, as she started to see things, and because she's a seer, she's like me, she's a seer. And then she started to hear things. And I said, do you see Jesus? And she said, yes. And she was so angry. She was so angry. And I said, he is the voice of truth. Jesus is the voice of truth. I said, so I want you to ask him. I want you to ask Jesus. Ask Jesus. And so she did. She asked Jesus. And do you know what? When she actually asked Jesus, he actually told her the truth. And as she started to hear the truth, you could see the sadness and the stuff that she believed all the years, all the lies that she came into agreement, all the things that God had been trying to tell her for so long that she just couldn't think of, couldn't wrap her head around. All those lies slowly just started falling away. They just started falling away, each and every one, falling away, each and every one. And I was watching and I was seeing her countenance change. And I was seeing, her just, her wounding just being healed, because for so long she thought that God did it. That she really believed that God was the reason that her life was the way it was. She was believing the lie that God had something against her, that God was doing something. And she was so hurt and so wounded. And she just didn't understand. But God is so good. God is so good. And he walked her through this beautiful process and helped her to heal and helped her to see and helped her to know that he loves her and that he never left her, because that was one of the lies. She believed that God left her, because she even shouted, he left me. He left me. But then when she heard the truth, when she saw Jesus, when she had the encounter with him, and she goes, wait a second, that's not true. He didn't leave me. He never left me. He never left me. See, I turned away from looking for him because I was so busy looking at my wounds. I turned away from looking at Jesus and I started just to look at my hurts. I turned away from looking for Jesus because I was so wrapped up in my pain. And she realized that it was because she turned away that she just didn't see him. The reality of him not being there, that was the big lie. That was the big lie. But God was saying, nope, that's not true. That's not true. I am here. I'm listening. I never left you. I never forsaked you. Just the things that we use as in the scriptures. It says, I will not leave you nor forsake you. And God is going to sit there and he's going to always speak the truth. And he's going to show us the truth, his truth of who you are. And we started to ask God. I said, okay, because she was hearing. I said, okay, I want you to ask God who you are. How does he see you? And she started to use words that she didn't use to describe herself. She used these beautiful words, these words of affirmation, these words of identity, these words of truth. As she started to speak these things out, all those lies started to go away. All those lies started to just slowly disappear because they didn't have anything anymore to stand on. They were gone. And so when we finished, and she said to me, she said, I really wanted to hurt you. I really thought I was going to beat you. And I said, I know. And she goes, I'm sorry. And I said, it's okay. But you know what? When I was trying to minister to my sister, who was so wounded and thought that God hated her and thought that God was punishing her and giving her all this stuff, I couldn't come to her as a pastor or a teacher or a prophet or an evangelist. I couldn't come to her as those places. I couldn't. Do you know, I had to come to her as something that she felt safe with. And I came to her as my sister. And I reminded her of how much I loved her. I reminded her of how much she meant to me. And I told her that I'm willing to go into these dark places with her because I loved her so much. And even though she couldn't look at me, she literally had to turn away from me. She still knew that I was there and I wasn't going to leave her side. So that even though she didn't feel that she could trust Jesus, she knew that she could trust me. She knew that she could trust me. And so I just want to encourage you that the people in your life that you've been praying for and the people that you've been believing that God is going to have encounters with, there's a timing for it. There's always a timing, and God's timing is always perfect. And if we can trust him in his timing, God is going to start to move in ways, and he's going to start showing us things that we just didn't think were possible or feasible. He's going to start doing things in ways that we're going to be able to encounter him where we are, because God doesn't expect us to be anything other than who we are. And he's willing to go into those places with us, and he's willing to just start to walk it out with us. He's so willing to do that. So I just wanted to encourage you to pray and to continue to pray for your family members that you love, to remember that you love them. And because you love them, God loves them. And God wants them to encounter him. Trust me, he does. He wants to encounter them as much as you want them to encounter him. And don't give up on them, because there's always a timing. See, I couldn't do some of the things by myself. I wouldn't be able to go into those places and go into those darker places if I didn't have somebody who was alongside me. So I had somebody who I trusted. God sent me somebody who I trusted, who held my hand, who was there with me as I was doing the difficult work and going through the mud and going through the dark places with my sister. You know, I had somebody who was alongside me, who was saying, I'm not going to leave you. See, we're supposed to be there for each other. We're supposed to encourage each other and strengthen each other and hold each other's hands, even through the hard times. And sometimes, you know, it's hard. Sometimes it's really hard. But God is so much bigger. He's so much bigger. And so we don't have to worry about those things. We can just trust him and know that he is for us, that he wants us to be everything that he's called us to be. He wants us to know his truth about us, and he wants us to walk in a freedom, because when we are believing and stuck in a lie, we're really in bondage. We're in a prison, our own prison. And we just need to know that when his truth comes in, his truth is almost like a key, and it unlocks that door, that opens up that prison door so that we can walk out and we can start walking into the things that we've been called to do. So just continue and just to believe that the God of the impossible will make a way for all your family members, the ones whom you love, the ones who you pray for, the ones who you believe need to meet Jesus. Well, one day they will. So I hope this has blessed you. If it has, please share. Make sure that you check out Touched by Prayer tomorrow morning, 9 o'clock. I have the very awesome Emma Stark. It's going to be so much fun. It's going to be filled with her stories. Her book is incredible. It's called The Prophetic Warrior. Make sure that you go out and get a copy. Make sure that you keep our friends and those in our government in prayer. Keep our president in prayer. You know, we're coming close to the end of a transition, and God is he's in everything. If he's willing to go into the dark places with family members, trust me, he's willing to go into the dark places in our country too. And so you're going to start to see God moving in ways that you never thought of. So God bless you guys. Have an awesome day, and I will see you tomorrow. Take care.